on pets, pet services, and pet products. Unfortunately, Stieber sent us this statement saying, quote, the average taxpayer can't claim their pet as a dependent or deduct monthly costs of owning a pet. However, there are some exceptions. According to TurboTax, if you have a service animal, you may be eligible for a tax write-off because your pet is providing a medical service. You can write off any medical expenses that exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income. Stieber says if you are self-employed and you have a guard dog or use cats to keep mice away, you may also be able to deduct some of the costs associated with caring for them. TurboTax states performance animals may also qualify for a deduction if they perform in a way that earns you income. For example, pets that work on movie sets, pet influencers, or competes in events that offer a cash prize. So we can verify that no, the average pet owner won't qualify for tax deductions on their pets. However, there are some exceptions. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
If you have something you would like verified, just email us at verify@wcnc.com.
When did you know what you wanted to be?
Hey, Mom, the weather's on!
WCNC Charlotte's chief meteorologist, Brad Panovich, always knew what he was meant to do.
All right, don't forget your umbrella.
In fact, he joined the American Meteorological Society when he was 13. Now Brad is all grown up. You can see him right here on WCNC Charlotte, making sure you're informed and safe.
Hey, where did all my hair go?
Experience the difference.
And KJ actually has a weather IQ this week where they're making some changes in South Carolina as far as their heat advisory and their threshold as well.
Interesting.
Usually anytime it feels like 100, you want to be extra cautious. 82, you're fine. That's okay. That's not even getting too hot for the pavement yet, but that, of course, will change as time goes on. 82 degrees for a high today, not too shabby. 80 degrees in Hickory, and then I think you have the low to the mid-70s across the mountains. Really a picture-perfect forecast. I'm liking where we're going as far as all this is concerned, and also you're not going to really see a lot of cloud cover as well because we already got rid of some of that cloud cover. So pretty good-looking forecast. And overnight tonight, it's going to be fairly decent as well. We have 59 for our low, 60 on Wednesday, and then pretty much either side of 60 degrees is going to be our low temperatures heading into the weekend as well. Dew points, let's talk about this. They're changing on us. Whenever you have it about 60 degrees, it starts to feel a little bit sticky. Once you get up to about 65, it starts feeling uncomfortable. 70 is oppressive, that air you can wear. And we're not there yet, but I am showing signs that we could be directing our attention towards that threshold. So the green bar is representing that 60-degree point. I think we're going to maybe tap it tomorrow, so you're going to notice that it is a little bit more humid. But then once you get to about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're around that very humid range, and also the higher this number is, the more storm fuel is present. So this also correlates to our up-range chances with the lifting mechanism that is a front that'll be here for your Saturday and Sunday. That's why you have a scattered rain chance on Tuesday, but then Saturday and Sunday most likely over the next 7 days. So let's get there. For right now, we are looking at just a clear day. You have that high-pressure system that eventually moves off towards the east through today, but then you have another storm system that's right on our doorstep by tomorrow. One, you're going to see the cloud cover increase for tomorrow afternoon, but two, you will have a chance for thunderstorms. The worst of the activity will yet again be right in Tornado Alley, as we were mentioning, with Omaha, Nebraska smack dab in the middle. They're already cleaning up from storms, so hopefully the similar areas aren't going to get more storms to track through. But also Gastonia Baseball Club's playing today, but then tomorrow their game is at 3 o'clock. Now I know the Knights are in town as well, but I'm focusing in on this because I think a lot of baseball can get in before the rain actually moves in. So here's what it looks like. You're seeing our first signs of rain and showers right around Gastonia and Gaston County by about 5, 6 o'clock. So you might be able to get the game in for a good amount of time. Those storms, I think, are going to be quickly moving through. Might even be a chance for a strong thunderstorm in here. So even though we don't technically have a severe tag from the Storm Prediction Center, doesn't mean that some of these might exceed expectations. So let's call the window of opportunity really from about 5 to 8 o'clock for the Charlotte area for those passing storms. But there will be a second coming of another piece of energy that could be here just southeast of Charlotte. That's a little bit later on tomorrow evening heading into your Wednesday. As I mentioned, There's another chance for rain heading into the weekend. Notice how that front kind of squeezes in, it dances up, another low starts to move back in, and then we're under the umbrella of all that energy. So that's just keeping constant rain chances around starting on Friday. So slowing it down here is Saturday during the afternoon. We're at the point that we don't really have clear data saying, hey, you're seeing storms no longer at this point. Sometimes long-range models just show green across the whole area. It's not going to be like that. But what this is representing is that you have pretty much showers and thunderstorms that could bubble up each and every afternoon. So maybe not the best of plans if you have any weekend plans, such as going to the Strawberry Festival that we're all going to be at as well. Also, the Knights are in town most days this week from Tuesday to Sunday. High temperatures reach their max on Thursday, reaching the upper 80s, mid 80s on Friday, with more cloud cover and storm chances either side of 80 degrees both days this weekend.
Welcome back to Flashpoint. Republican governors in southern states slamming the United Auto Workers push to organize automotive factories. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster among those saying unions could lead to layoffs and fewer investments. An industry with $27 billion economic impact in the Palmetto State. Joining us now is Professor Stephen Sylvia with American University in Washington, D.C. He's also the author of the UAW's Southern Gamble, organizing workers at foreign-owned vehicle plants. Professor, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy to be here.
So explain to us, why is this movement to unionize Southern auto factories, why is it happening now?
Well, it started a long time ago, actually, that you can go back to the beginning of this century with organizing jobs, even preceding that. It started back then because the foreign plants started arriving in the South. There was a big effort about, in the 2010s, and that was unsuccessful. The reason why the latest effort is happening is largely because of the success that the UAW had with its strike last year against General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis.
And explain to us, how does it play into the fact that both Carolinas are right-to-work states, many of the southern states are right-to-work states? How does that, and basically for those who don't know, that means that can't force a worker to join a union. How does that factor into this calculus?
As far as organizing, it really doesn't. It's more of a symbolic statement that the state governments have expressed an opinion on making it harder for unions once they're in place. But as far as the organizing drive, being right to work doesn't really affect the drive. In some ways, it makes it a little easier for the union, because the union can claim, well, even if we win, you don't have to be a member. But the drawback for unions is if they win, then they don't collect.
We come on the air right now with some breaking news out of East Charlotte. CMPD says it is conducting an active investigation. We want you to take a look at this map. All of this happening on Galway Drive, that's just south of Milton Road. We are hearing reports of shots being fired at officers, as well as possible significant road closures, including interstates. We have multiple crews heading that way. We've reached out as well to the U.S. Marshals. There are reports that they were serving a domestic violence warrant. Again, these are just reports right now. We are working to confirm the details. In the meantime, CMPD just tweeting, if you are in this area, stay in your home, and if you're trying to go there, avoid the area at this time. We'll bring you updates here on air and online as we learn more, so make sure you download the WCNC app for the latest details.
This was a special report from WCNC Charlotte.
Poshmark house with the goal of getting better organized.
Well, the philosophy can also apply to your financial life. And WCNC Charlotte's Jane Monreal shows us how to do some spring cleaning of your finances. So you're not left asking, where's the money?
I talked to a local finance expert who says the first step is to take stock of where you are right now. Mark Henry of Alloy Wealth says his family is doing some old-fashioned spring cleaning at his home right now.
Literally going through this at my home right now. We're getting rid of stuff, we're donating stuff.
He says in regard to finances, it's the same kind of thing.
Where do we want to be? What are we not happy about?